Welcome back. We're at Congressional. We are here with Hillary Brugan, who keeps our game and this program very much on course. Hillary talks a lot about business and golf. And when we talked a couple of weeks ago, we said this is ground zero for business and golf in the Washington area. You and I were both a little surprised today, weren't we?
Absolutely, Dave, absolutely. We had talked about this being the place for business movers and shakers. Today, Friday, Booz Allen. And quite frankly, I was surprised. I was in many of the corporate boxes, little light. Out on the field, little light. Everywhere. Surprising today.
But nevertheless, this is the sort of thing that, and the crowds will build too. They'll be much bigger Saturday and Sunday. But those are different fans that come out on those days, aren't they?
They are. With my clients, we could hardly find people to take the tickets on Sunday. And yet, as you say, there are different fans that come out to the field. It'll be packed, but it'll be a different crowd than the business crowd.
Those are, I guess, the real golf fans.
Right, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this event and sort of where it stands. You think about, you know, people entertain at Redskins games if they've got boxes, now the Nationals all of a sudden. But this represents an opportunity for about 4 straight days of almost non-stop schmoozing if you decide to go. Do a lot of people take advantage of that?
Absolutely, Dave, they do. And it's used for corporate entertainment in terms of employee reward. A lot of entertaining goes out here, a lot of sales events, very big in terms of the corporate actually in the tents in terms of eating. Business meals and then walking the course with your clients and with your prospects.
You're not the woman's reporter on this thing, but I want to ask you something from a woman's point of view right now. The men are here.
Yes.
This is where most of the attention is focused.
Absolutely.
But the women are playing up in Havre de Grace and Bully Rock, and unfortunately, not nearly enough attention, I think, is being focused up there. Would you agree?
Dave, you're absolutely right. Not one of my clients, nor any business I do any business with, has even mentioned going up to Bully Rock. Everybody talks about coming out here. It's a shame, but that's the business reality.
Maybe that's a Philadelphia market sort of thing.
No, but I've also heard, I've heard men say, I've even heard men say that watching the female pros, ironically, is better for their games. It's a little bit of a slower swing. You can see what they're doing better than the male pros, and yet doesn't get the same kind of attention. Certainly not the same kind of corporate backing. We know that from the LPGA. The LPGA is screaming for corporate sponsors. Yeah, it's a shame. I want you to talk about something that you saw earlier today that I think a lot of people are going to roll their eyes when they hear about. This was something that involved Vijay Singh on the practice range. Right, absolutely, absolutely. And I think this comes not from a business perspective as much as from a parent. I think a lot of our viewers have young children that are really into golf, and Vijay was out on the practice green, and I'd seen Ernie and I'd seen Phil the days before, and all of them extremely friendly, many kids wanting autographs. They were great. Vijay would not sign any of the autographs of these lovely little boys, and one little boy ran in front of him down around, and so polite. Not all children nowadays have those kind of manners. Mr. Singh, would you sign my cap? He most reluctantly did, with a revolting look on his face, scribbled on this cap, and Dave, he threw that cap as far as he could away from this little boy. I just was horrified.
I imagine a lot of other people were. Hillary, thanks. It's always a great pleasure. Thank you very much for spending some of your time with us here. For all our guests.